Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be for you right now. Welcome and thank you for joining me. Today, I want us to just kind of focus on micro movements. It's very frigid, it's very cold, it's been very gloomy here in New York, where I'm currently residing. And I can just tell my body's kind of been craving a little bit more slowness, a little bit more TLC, especially my joints. With the cold, damp air, my body is feeling a little bit tighter. So I just want to really respect that. And I invite you guys to kind of respect what's going on in your body right now, how your body's kind of reacting to the changes of the season and the weather, and how you can best show up for yourself in these times. So, if you're ready, let's begin. We're gonna get started today in a comfortable seat. So come to sit cross-legged or on your knees, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You can bring blocks here to support under your knees to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. You can bring a block under your butt to again bring the earth closer to you if you're sitting on your knees, and just come to find stillness here. Connect both sit bones to the ground or your block. Bring your palms to rest on top of your knees, face down. And just begin to connect with your hara breath, your deep diaphragmatic breathing. Breathing deeply into your diaphragm, expanding your belly wide. And then exhaling all the air out, releasing all the air from your abdomen, pushing out all the old, allowing space for the new as you inhale again. Take a few deep breaths here, connecting to your space, connecting to this moment, connecting to your center, reminding yourself the one thing that you always have control over is your breath. Your breath is somewhere that you can always come back to throughout your practice, on or off the mat. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale, release all the stale air, release any tension you're holding in your thighs, and with your eyes closed or open, or maybe you find a soft gaze, begin to reach your heart forward. You gently arch your spine, you take your gaze up to the ceiling, or you tilt your chin up. Then you exhale, you bring your chin to your chest, you hollow your body out. Inhale, lean your chest forward, arch your spine. Exhale, round your back, bring your chin to your chest, hollow out your body. Continue this a few times at your own pace, allowing your shoulders to get involved, your neck to get involved, waking up your spine, grabbing your knees to lean back further, and then pulling on your knees to send your chest forward. On your next inhale, come back up to center and find some nice circles now in your waist. Take your chest over to the right side, bring your chest forward, over to the left. Then you hollow out through your body. You circle around to the right in this anti-clockwise rotation, feeling the waking up kind of in your hips right now, maybe in your thighs, a little bit more in your shoulders. And switch sides. Take it over to the right side. You send your body back behind you. You reach over to the left. Reach your chest forward. Now you find those clockwise circles. And taking your body in every which way that feels best for you right now. So really allowing it to be really fluid and intuitive. It doesn't have to look any specific way. It just has to feel good for you right now. On your next inhale, come back to center. Find a nice straight spine. We're going to come to supported Navasana, supported boat pose. So reach your feet out in front of you. And then come to lean back. Take your hands behind your thighs. Tilt your torso back. And then just lift your shins off the ground. Find a nice long straight spine here. And begin to just twist your ankles to the right. Do this about 20 times. I think in our marathon, yoga for marathon runners video, I kind of spoke to micro movements and just doing them very mindfully at your own pace, 20 times one way, switch ways, and then 20 times the other way, just allowing your joints to kind of wake up, allowing your ankles to feel supported since they support you all day long. So just showing that love and appreciation. And to flex and point your toes again 20 times at your own pace, really stretching your toes and flexing your toes, getting your ankles just every which way right now, just really warming them up, warming your shins up here with this point and flex. Good, just a few more. Good, and then come to cross your ankles, and we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. So come to stack, all my little crumbs. Come to stack your knees under your hips. Stack your wrists under your shoulders. Press firmly into your palms. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your toes, not your tailbone. About a slight tuck of the tailbone. Just find a little bit of engagement in your core. Then bring your fingertips to point towards your knee, about 6 inches away from your knee. And then just lean back here. Stretch your toes. Feel that deep stretch in your wrists and your forearms. Then maybe you stay here. Maybe you play with a little bend and straighten of your arms, feeling that deeper stretch into your forearms. Maybe you take a little sway forward and back, stretching into your toes, stretching into your forearms. Maybe you stay in one place a little bit longer. Maybe you lean back and just find this tuck and arch of your tailbone, getting into your lower spine while you continue to stretch your toes, your ankles, getting the whole body involved in the mix. Then come forward and bring the back of your palms onto your mat. And your fingertips come to face one another. Just find a nice gentle sway side to side. If you want more, you can put more pressure into your wrists by leaning forward a little bit. If you want a little less, just come back a little bit. Send your seat a little bit closer to your feet. And play around with that. Play around with what feels good, what your body needs, what it doesn't right now. This is all a game of listening and reacting to what your body needs. Yeah, and go with that. Good. Now bring your hands into fists and come onto your knuckles. So your knuckles are pressed down, your fingers point towards one another, your fingers are wrapped in, and then just find a nice gentle roll of your wrists forward and back. Again, play around with the amount of pressure you're putting in your hands by either leaning a little bit more forward or a little bit more back into your seat. Good. Just waking our wrists up every which way here. Beautiful. And then come to place your palms back on the ground. Stack your wrists under your shoulders. Untuck your toes. We find just a gentle cat-cow here. And take your gaze up, arch your spine, your tailbone goes up to the ceiling. Take your gaze up, inhale. Exhale, begin to arch your spine, tuck your tailbone. Your chin goes towards your chest. And continue this at your own pace. With cat and cow, it's two poses that we do very often. So it can be really easy to kind of just go into autopilot here. But I invite you to make this move as intentional as possible. Maybe discover something new here. Bring the movement from the tip of your tailbone first rather than your upper spine. So the movement begins with your tailbone, and then the rest of your spine reacts and unfurls, as you begin to arch your spine. Start with your tailbone, and then allow your head to just drop rather than scrunching your chin in towards your chest. Allow your head to dangle. Just a few more times. Maybe you take your cat cow kind of off the rails and allow your hips to get involved here. Taking circles into your hips again one way. Allowing your neck to get involved. Taking nice gentle neck circles here. Then switch ways with your hips and your neck if that was something that you were doing. Maybe you stay in one place a little bit longer before you move out of it. Be curious to explore my suggestions, but in the same breath, maybe explore what your body needs rather than just what I'm saying, rather than like a call and response. Allow your body to do the calling and allow your mind and body to respond to what it needs. Good. Find just like these gentle side bends to one side, then the other, just opening up and waking up our side bodies. Good. And find any last little movements here that feel good. And come to bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees wide. Begin to send your butt back in space. Reach your arms out in front of you and slowly sink your chest down. Find extended child's pose here. Trying not to crush the microphone or sound too intense here. Bring your forehead to rest. And then I want us to open up our shoulders just a bit more here. So you reach your arms a little further out, forehead stays on the ground, and then begin to press into your elbows and your upper arms to bend your arms back. You reach for the back of your spine, the back of your nape. Give a nice deep stretch into your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders. And maybe even give yourself a little shoulder massage here. Say, hey, body, hey, neck that maybe holds tension and stress. I see you. I appreciate you. Here's a moment of just love, the tender touch that you can give yourself. And slowly, at your own pace, allow your arms to straighten out back onto the ground. And find stillness here. And just breathe. Reconnect to that deep heart breath, that deep diaphragmatic breath. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. When you're ready, slowly begin to roll your body back up, press into your forearms, into your palms. And you come into a seated position of your choice. If there's any last little movements that you would like to take now, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, come to sit in a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Reconnect to that breath. Reconnect to your space. Acknowledge how your body may feel a little bit different now than it did at the beginning of class. Allow your body to feel thankful. Allow yourself to feel thankful for showing up for yourself and your body. And just showing it that it cares and you appreciate it for all it does for you every day. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Take one inhale. And exhale all together. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different from what we usually do, a little less asana focused, a little bit more just micro movement focused. Again, warming your body up. I suggest 2 before you do yoga, if you have time, before you do more asana based flows and moments on your mat. Try these micro movements. See how these micro movements support your asana practice and how just giving care and attention to the smaller parts in our life, the smaller parts of our body, create that ripple effect. Thank you so much. I'll see you all next week. Bye.